Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different. As you can see, we got this old rusted out hunk of junk car sitting on the lift. We have a 1969 Ford Mustang. This is the Shelby GT350 version of this car. Body's at 16%, 10% on parts, 40% on the interior, and 39% on the frame. And if we look in here, we're missing half of our engine bay. Today, we're going to be doing a restoration. We're going to be taking this car from rusted out junk to a fine hunk. So without further ado, let's jump into it. First thing we're going to do, we're going to completely and entirely strip the car down as far as it will let us. We don't even have a front windshield in this thing. Okay, let's go to interior. Okay, we're going to remove everything in the engine bay. But first, we need to go under, and we're going to strip all the suspension and drivetrain. That way we can just bring the cherry picker over and do it that way. Yeah, we're even missing the bottom, the lower part of our engine. Now, this engine will definitely not be running. So with this car, we'll be removing everything and building all brand new. Like I said, we're stripping it down to just the bare body, and then from there we will build brand new, fully restored. And I'm not even sure what engine is in this car, but we're most likely going to be swapping it out. Well, we are swapping it out to a different motor, so let's take all these clutch parts off here. And this is not our regular shop. This is a different one that I've had going for quite a while. This is just kind of my personal screwing around one. I mean, you can see I have $955,000. I did cheat in some money on it just to be able to sit and do things like this. I think this is like the 5th car that I've bought to do. You can see I got another one sitting in the other bay. I have another one outside. And I think I've only kept one of my completed. Just because that was kind of one of my favorites. As I did a older Dodge Challenger or Charger, whatever it was. Perfect. So we'll drop the car down. Okay, it's all the way down, so we're going to move it over to lift A. Pull the engine out of the car. And put that back. Alright, now we'll go through our inventory. And V, sell everything. Perfect. Okay, first thing we're going to do, engine stand. We're going to create a new engine. And I want the V8 2-carb OHV supercharged, because that is one of the compatible engine swaps. If we run over here to the car status and engines, V8 2-carb OHV supercharged under the swap options. Factory, it comes with a V8 Ford small block 302. But we want more horsepower, so we are going to do this guy here. Alright, we'll enter it and go to part mount mode. Alright. Let's go to the tuning shop. Okay, so we want our ignition coil, our fuel filter from here. And now we start the build process. Camshaft, crankshaft, power steering, alternator, oil filter. Let's see, the crank I have to buy here, and the oil filter I have to buy here. Everything else can come from the tuning shop. So not only are we putting in a motor with more horsepower, but we are also building it with high performance parts. So we will see what we go from for horsepower and see what we're at now. We need piston rings. I believe it should be those ones. Crank cap. Should be 3 of them, and rod cap. We need 8 of those. get the correct rings. Throw that oil filter on. Okay, there's our head. Let's flip this thing over. We can get all of our crank bearings, rod bearing caps. So then once we get these in, we can put our oil pan on and flip the engine back right side up, and then we won't have to spin this anymore. Alright, so we need our timing chain from here, along with our oil pan. And then we need a clutch release bearing from here. What else do I need? Okay, everything else is in here. So we need a clutch plate, pressure plate, and flywheel. Oops. Okay, and then we need our rotor, our heads, I think I just need the regular distributor cap, and then we need to go here and get the clips. Okay, let's get our pan on. And then we'll put all of this on. There's our flywheel, clutch plate, pressure plate. We'll get our release bearing. Perfect. Now we can spin her back. Let's get our heads on. Okay, so we need that. Okay, we need a timing cover. Oh, we don't have the correct one. Okay. Okay, we'll get this head on. Okay, so we need another 4 plugs, another manifold, 8 more rocker arms, and an intake. Okay, let's go back to here. Exhaust manifold we can get here. Spark plugs. I thought that was the one that we bought. Maybe I didn't even buy it, I guess. And our intake manifold. Okay. So we need 16 rods. And our timing cover. Alright, let's start these plugs in. Get the manifold on. Okay. And this engine has individual rocker arms, so get our supercharger intake manifold. Get our distributor finished up, so that way that's done. Okay, and we can do our ignition wires. Let's go back to the tuning shop. Supercharger we can buy from here. And our ignition wires. The rest will be here. Crank pulley and water pump. Doing these individual rocker arms is one thing that I dislike doing. They are so time consuming. Throw our water pump on. Add that to our list. And that. Let's throw this guy on, so that's in and done. Okay, back to the tune shop. Okay, so we can't buy those are... Okay, so we can buy our carbs here. And the rest we gotta go here for. We are closing in on completion of this. Make sure, okay, we can sell that. Alright, let's go back to our tuning shop for our air filters. Guess I could have bought this belt while I was here, but that's alright. Let's get this belt right away. I don't remember if I can buy this scoop in here too. Okay. I didn't think so, but wanted to just double check. Alright, and there we have it. There is our gorgeous engine. So, now comes the fun part. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to jump in the engine bay, go to part mount, and we're going to get everything else that we need. So we need washer fluid, intercooler, radiator, power steering, battery, brakes, fuse box. And that looks like that's it. Okay. Electronics, we need box A, base and cover, and a battery. Oh, we have to be under the car for that. Okay. Alright. Now we'll get this in and see what we need. Okay, so we need 5 of these. 2 of these. This guy. This guy. 3 of these. And 2 of these. I think we got enough fuses and relays in this box for this old car. Okay, that's all of what we can do right there. Let's get her up in the air. Okay, let's get this intercooler on here. Somewhere. Oh, we need to go into part mounting mode first. That might help. Okay. Now we're going to go to the back here. Okay, so we just need a standard fuel tank. Alright, let's go here. We need a fuel pump. Okay. Fuel tank. Let's go leaf spring. Okay, we need the axle, 2 springs, 2 spring plates, 4 U-bolts, I think this was shock absorber B. And then we need 4 small rubber bushings. Haha, it was shock B. Sweet. Alright, so we need 2 of these guys. We need a solid rear drive axle. Okay, so then this has drum brakes. Let's see if there's anything for drums in here. There's not. Okay, so we need 2 brake shoes, 2 cylinders, and 2 drums. Perfect. Now we'll be able to complete it. On both sides. Alright, so let's go here. Let's make sure. Okay. So, rims shop, we need 15-inch ET30. We need 2 of them. Okay. And we need 2 2570 R15. Shoot, what did I say now? 2 2570 R15. 22570. Okay, let's get these mounted and balanced and get them on. Perfect. Okay, there is the back end of the car done. I'll get up here to the front. Rubber bushing, and I think it's 2 rubber bushings on this. Yep. And okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 2 of them. 2 of them. 2 of them. I've found it's just easier to do the one side and just buy everything you need in one shot, then go over and do it. We got our steering rack. Okay, back here we go. So we need 2 of these. And we need to go. Okay, so we need front caps and spring. 2 of those. Need 2 inners and 2 outers. And we're going to need 2 of these hub bearings, 2 of these hub caps. So we need the brake disc ventilated. We gotta put these guys together. Okay, there's that guy. Okay, so brake disc ventilated. So we need to go here, here. We're gonna get the carbon ceramic. We'll go back. We need 2 calipers, 2 caliper cylinders, and 2 sets of brake pads. Alright, let's buy our rims and tires. Okay, so we could have bought 4. It's the same. But you never know, so. Shoot, is that too 225, 50 or 70? 70, okay. Alright, let's get these mounted and balanced quick. Get them thrown on. I have found it's easier just to buy the rims and tires for each axle individually, one at a time. Or one axle at a time. Especially when you get into the cars that are two different sizes. Alright, let's get this guy thrown on. Perfect. Go to this side and start assembly over here. Get our upper and lower control arms in. There's our shock. Okay, there's all that. Perfect. Okay, so now we need exhaust parts, which we will get from the tuning shop. Okay, and then we have to leave the front exhaust pipe out until we put the engine in. So let's go ahead and get that thrown in right away quick. Let's move this to the Mustang. We gotta go in here and get our engine. Take engine from stand. Alright, let's drop this baby in. Select. Boom. Look at that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Alright, back up we go. Let's finish everything off under the car. Normally, the first thing I do is I strip the car, and then I'll usually do all the body work first, but today I'm going to do it a little bit differently. Alright, so we need the gearbox, which we can go to custom gearboxes for. Get that. Then we need to go to our main shop. We need our drive shaft. Okay, there we go. We'll just search drive. And then to our electronics to buy a starter. Alright, let's get our trans in. Okay, there's our transmission. Oh, and I bought the wrong starter. We need the V8 starter. Okay. Easy fix. Okay, so let's get our starter put in, get our fluids filled. Then this little girl is ready for body work. Whoops, too far here. Then she's ready for body work and paint. We gotta get an alignment on the wheels and the headlights once we have all of that in. And then we'll get it painted. Then the last thing that we'll do is dyno it. And we'll see what kind of power we're putting out. You know, for brand new tires, not a lot of tread on them. Okay. The radiator. This and washer fluid, and then that is all done. Perfect. Alright. First things first, we need to fix up the body. $500. So it's not too bad, which is good. Okay, we'll put that back. Interior. Do we even have any additional parts? No. Okay. Interior assemble. Alright. Oh, I missed that on this side. There we go. Alright, to the body shop we go. Oh, that was part, okay. That was part of it. Now we'll have to look at hoods and see if we can find one that works with our hood scoop on our supercharger. And that one is not going to work. So let's go hood. I think we're going to need hood C. Perfect. Oh, we did not get the rear window. Okay. Okay. Alright, give me 1 second here, folks. Okay. And we are back. So, we need a couple of license plates also. Let's get this front end all put back together. Oh. Oh, there we go. No. Oh, shoot. No. I don't want to disassemble. Okay, so it looks like we need a different hood. That one is not going to work. Okay. Do we have two of the same hoods? Mustang hood C. Yeah. Oh. Okay. Alright, let's see what else we got for hoods. We're just gonna buy one of each. Screw it. And we'll see what fits best. Nope. Okay, so J is out. Well, I. That's not gonna work. H. Just feels like we're missing something that it's sticking so far back. About G. There we go. That fits better, but not with our engine. Okay. Maybe we'll have to just run without a hood. Hood F. Doesn't work. Okay, well that could work, but... Alright, let's see, what's the other one? Hood B, Hood E. I bet she is the one we need. Nope. Interesting. Oh, I don't want to move the car. I want to assemble. That's too short. So, which hood worked? Hood J? No. Alright, we gotta start going through some of these hoods. Okay, D doesn't work. H and I don't work. J don't work. Okay, the standard hood doesn't work. Hood E doesn't work. See, now this would work, but well, we're just gonna sell this car anyways, so it looks a little bit goofy, it's fine. Oh, I haven't bought those yet. Alright. To the store, so we need interior shop. We need this and 2 of these. And then we need some license plates. See if I can find my Ford ones. I know I have some. I thought. Maybe not. I guess not. Okay. I know I have a racing one. This will work. Let's buy 2 of them. Okay, so we're forgetting that too. Whatever that is. There we go. Okay, let's go here and buy this part that we need. Car part 3, so that's all the window chrome. Perfect. There we have it. Now let's take a look at the car status. Okay, body 96, interior 83. So, now, let's move this car to our wash bay. We're going to clean the inside and the outside of it. Get it ready for paint. There's the outside. Now we need to do the inside. Then if we look, Okay, we're at 100% interior. Body will be 100% as soon as we paint it. So let's go to our paint shop. Let's paint it the factory color, because that looks pretty sharp. Sweet. Okay. Now we need to move it over to the test path because we need to do an alignment. Very badly. Wow, our back end is really screwed up. Perfect. There's the wheels. Now let's do our headlights. Okay, there's our left. Perfect. Headlights are aligned. Now for the final one, let's go to the dyno. Before we start the dyno, let's get in the car. Let's start it up once and hear what it sounds like. Oh. Wow. Does that sound nice? Alright, let's dyno it. Factory horsepower was 654, which does not sound right whatsoever. So that is factory power on this engine. Let's start it up. Let's run the dyno. Let's see how much we have boosted this car. Wow. 1,243 horsepower. That is insane. 589 we added. And it's got 2,303 Newton meters of torque. Wow. What a beaut. Well, that's it for this car. So, let's see what we can get for it. So, I paid $8,573 for this car at auction. Completely junked. And we can sell it for $61,723 for a profit of $53,147. We stuck $14,763 worth of parts in this thing. That's insane. So, let's sell her, and it's off to the next one. So, hope you guys enjoyed this. A little something different. And if you did like it, be sure to smash that thumbs up button. If you're new to the channel, welcome in. Hope you like what you see, and if you do, be sure to subscribe. And as always, folks, we'll catch you all in the next video.